On today's child seat review segment, we're taking a look at the 2016 Toyota Avalon. This is Toyota's largest sedan sold under the Toyota brand name in the United States. This is a Graco Classic Ride 50 child seat as usual. This is a convertible seat suitable for children between 4 and 50 pounds, and it's a very average size seat in terms of overall dimensions. So especially width right here, you can find wider seats and narrower seats. The Avalon is larger than a Camry, and we get about 1 inch more rear seat room, but because of the way the interior is shaped, it translates into a little bit more overall room, especially for rear-facing child seats. So if you like a sedan and you're looking at something like this, but you're a family of taller folks, especially the people sitting up front, and you need to put a rearward-facing child seat in the back, an Avalon may be a good alternative. The first step is to move the front seat as far forward as is practical, comfortable, and safe. You want about 1 inch or 2 inches of room between your knees and the dashboard because in the event of an accident, you don't want to end up hitting the dashboard and crushing your legs. The dimensions of the Avalon are very apparent when you put a rearward-facing child seat right here behind a 6-foot-tall passenger, because I do have an adequate amount of room for this rear-facing child seat at the appropriate installation angle as dictated by this seat. And the seat's not actually latched in place. If it were, it would move about another inch rearward or so. That would give us definitely a safe distance between the front seat and the child seat. The Avalon is also wider than your average mid-size sedan. That means I had no problem comfortably fitting 3 child seats across the rear, with definitely a more than adequate space between the child seat and the door. When installing child seats in modern vehicles, you want to make sure there is enough clearance between the child seat and the door because you want some place for the side curtain airbag to deploy, and you want it to deploy between the child seat and the door, not between the child seat and the child. When it comes to anchors, we have latch anchors for the outboard seating positions only, top tether anchors for all 3, and the top tether anchors are positioned far enough away from the child seats that they're fairly easy to buckle into, even with these large buckles that the Graco Classic Ride 50 uses. The headrests are also very easy to remove from the vehicles. I would recommend doing that if you're installing a child seat in the outboard seating position. Rather unfortunately, this center seat does not have a removable headrest. That means this leather will get a little bit dented and pinched after a while if you've had a child seat installed here. The trunk is one of the areas where the Avalon may disappoint just a little bit because the regular Avalon gets about 16 cubic feet of storage space in the trunk. The hybrid drops that down to around 14 cubic feet. This is not that much larger than the trunk that you find in the Toyota Camry. It's only about 0.6 of a cubic foot larger in the regular V6 model. The Avalon's trunk is thankfully a little bit taller than some of the other entries out there, so you can just barely fit a 24-inch roller bag in this position and close the trunk lid. Smaller bags would definitely fit. The trunk is also fairly deep, so if I put this 24-inch roller bag in there, you can see I still have about 1 foot between the bag and the end of the trunk. Also worth noting is that this hybrid model under this cargo area load floor actually has a real spare tire, and there's enough room under there to put a full-size spare tire if you so desire. It's pretty uncommon for hybrids to have spare tires these days. This is one of the few left. The trunk opening is quite large and quite tall, obviously not tall enough to put a child seat in that position, but you can very comfortably put them on their side. It made it very easy to fit 3 child seats and a decent amount of luggage in the back. That's been our quick look at the 2016 Toyota Avalon. Be sure and check out the complete review on the Avalon coming up on my channel in the next day or so. Hit that subscribe button down there below this screen, and I'll see you next week.